Just making sure. Yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm excited. This is definitely one of those topics that like it pertains to. Oh, excuse me. I did not mean to play the trailer. If you guys heard that, it definitely pertains to something like our stream, and
Oh, I could totally see us playing this game for like as
oh
a stream, like
oh
fucking
yeah
dueling against each other.
yeah
Oh my
oh yeah.
god, like I could.
I've been trying to think of ways to incorporate because it's so okay. Not no 2 years ago. So this is the fourth year. Can you believe that? Fourth year that I've been streaming as of it'll be the fourth year in March or May. I can't remember which it was. Ever since I started Let's Go Eevee. And I've always tried to find a way. The second year I realized, like, how can I incorporate thank you for the donation or whatever that was, somebody. I should have probably turned those off, but it's you. NFT. That's all right. I'll just leave it on and ignore it. I didn't even think about that, and sorry. But yeah, in the second year, one of the things I had realized is I'm not always having fun streaming these games that, people like play it and then I play it. And, we discussed that with Majora's Mask. I didn't have a lot of fun with that because everybody was like, play it. We played it. No one watched. And I was like, not only did I not really want to play this, but no one's watching. So one of the things I was thinking of when I was like, how can I make this stream better? It's like, I need to play things that I really want to play. What are some of the things I absolutely love? And, there was a couple topics that I still have not figured out how to incorporate. Blaze Blue is one. Well, the biggest reason for that is there hasn't been a new Blaze Blue besides Cross Tag Battle in years now. But we had Guilty Gear, so I finally kind of got to do that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of the biggest ones. I was like, I would love to, like, duel on stream or something. I even thought about, like, doing it live, like if I had a camera set up somehow and we dueled each. I was like, that'd be so fucking cool.
Yeah,
and
I would love to do
they
that.
had a couple, Yu-Gi-Oh games, and they have YGO on the PC. Although keep in mind at the time my PC wasn't up to snuff, so I kind of put it on the back burner for a while. I was like, someday I gotta incorporate Yu-Gi-Oh because it's one of the things I love the most. That a lot of people who watch the stream might not know that how much like I like it. And so when they announced there's going to be like a YGO, but it's like crossplay and all that stuff, and everybody can play
it. And it's official.
And it's official. I was just like, I think this is finally it. And I had reservations. Are they going to charge a little bit? Well, obviously you have to buy the game. I don't think it's free. But essentially, the biggest question was, are they going to like charge for cards?
And yeah, like fucking the whole booster not booster loot box system. Are they gonna have like, you could spend in-game money to get booster packs, or you could spend like $5, like $5 and get some good cards?
Because as much as I'm actually not completely against that, believe it or not, depending on how they incorporate it, like if I would prefer they do something like they're like, hey, you can buy a deck for $5 and it comes with, like, it's a real structure deck that you can buy in store right now. Or maybe you buy the actual structure deck and they give it to you in the game for free. Pokemon did something like that for a while.
Yeah. The other thing I could see, like, them, like, sort of like, I even am kind of like still like, I feel like I don't know how I feel about it, but like, card arts, like they could, offer that as like a little thing. Would be like, you could buy different card arts for the same card, but so I don't even know about that part.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I was like, they'll have to keep this in mind. Whether they like it or not, they are competing with YGO. So if you don't know YGO, it's basically what a lot of the pros of Yu-Gi-Oh have been using. It's just a Yu-Gi-Oh simulator. Anybody can download it. It's free. It's crowd-funded type of thing. You can donate to the people who make it and stuff, but they're not actually allowed to make a profit off of selling the actual game. So, but a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh pros use it because Yu-Gi-Oh up until this point has not had like an official online way to like practice competitively with people, and it really, really needed it. And so when they announced this, it got me hyped, and like I said, I had some of those reservations. But now that there's some videos coming out, I'm feeling a lot better about it. They have 3. I'm on their European YouTube. They have, so the first one just shows like you can have a profile, keeps track of stats and stuff like a fighting game kind of thing. The second one is actually a solo mode, which is intriguing. It's not the main reason to buy this game, but if you don't know, it's the first time that they're actually going to have, so this game does not have the story of the show or anything like that. It's not the main focus of this game. They really didn't even need a solo mode, in my opinion. It could have just been competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Like YGO. You look up the cards. But they are having a solo mode where it explores the lore of certain archetypes.
That's cool. That's fucking cool.
Which is cool because they've never done... Now, these cards do have lores, but they've never actually like really written them down and stuff. Like, if you look at the lore of... I'm trying to think, like, Burning Abyss has a lore, right? The Charmer cards, like Area the Water Charmer, and so those all have, like, some kind of lore, but nobody knows what they are because they never, like, put them in the games or anything like that. So they are actually doing that. I don't know which ones. I could try to look at the solo mode video.
I'm pretty sure that one of them is the Monarchs.
I could see that. That would be an easy one to... Let me see here. So that one...
Let's see. I see Monarchs, Exodia.
Yeah, the Absolute Emperor is the Monarchs for sure, because that's like the I don't know Duel Strategy. Oh, I see. So they have different names. I'm not sure if I know any of these actually. Although I would imagine Absolute Emperor is like the Dark Monarch, whatever. It's gonna explore the lore. That's what you need to know. But
yeah, they have so many archetypes.
All of that stuff is great, but the main thing is, like, is this going to be a replacement for YGO? Well, it will kind of depend on money, right? Like, if they do start charging a shit ton into...
Yeah.
But the deck building video is the one that got me hyped, because finally we can see, like, okay, you can obviously build a deck. You can have up to 20 decks. I think they're going to have to up that, to be quite honest, like, for a lot of competitive players.
There's a limit of 20 decks?
As of right now.
Holy shit. Yeah, they're going to... That's... Because, I mean, you're going to want a deck for literally everything. You know?
Right, especially when you have... So the biggest question with all of this is, do you have the entire archive of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards? Because that's what's really important, right? That's what YGO does. And on your note, YGO does have the alternate art for a lot of cards, even if it's like the Bandai versions of the cards, which go look those up if you haven't, which is like weird, but they have every single different variant of every card ever made, including, I think, rarities, but it doesn't matter. So they kind of like show like you can build decks. They show like they have a lot of neat little customized things. Like right here, I'm looking at the screen where it's like you can like they're making a Blue Eyes deck, right? And when you hover over the deck with your controller or cursor or whatever, you can set 3 main cards that'll pop out to show you like what kind of deck you're looking at. So they have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon come out of the deck. So it's just nice little UI things like that, right?
Oh, it'd like to like give you an idea of what the deck is?
Yeah, like So like it says, what are the 3 main cards in your deck? So you pick the 3 main cards, and when you hover over it, when you're looking at your decks, if you hover over the one that says Blue Eyes White Dragon, those 3 cards will like pop out, just like a little animation. It's really cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of like really cool UI things like that. But so I was looking at like the biggest question is, can you like search for cards throughout the entirety of the game? And I do believe I'm trying to look for it right now. I think you can. So I think they have the entire pool of Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever. Now, do you start out with them? I would fucking hope so. But I don't think you do, because there's a lot of cards that like, so you can look it up. Like here in the video, I don't know why you would ever want this card in your deck, but they're looking up like, can you get Sen-Gen? That's a card.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, in your deck. It's an old normal type monster.
Oh my god.
And, you click on it and it'll tell you how to obtain it. So you don't actually have all of them. I understand they kind of want you to work for some of these things, but I think it's a little bit of a mistake, because if they're going to use this as a competitive thing, there's going to be a lot of people who are like, I don't want to build up. But if this is meant to be a long-lasting Yu-Gi-Oh game for competitions, hopefully it is. We'll get there. I hope. But if there's one thing Konami knows what they're doing, it's with Yu-Gi-Oh. They have not fucked up Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's been pretty solid for a really long time, whether it's the competitive scene or whatever, right? So
yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So you can generate the cards, like it says that you have craft points. So that's one way you can get these cards. How do you get craft points? I assume just by dueling. Hopefully you don't have to buy them. I wouldn't be surprised if this has loot boxes.
Yeah.
But then again, it might not be loot boxes. It might be more along the lines of like, all I know is that at the main menu, it says there's a shop. Do you have to pay real money for that shop, or is there something you earn in-game? We don't really know yet. There's actually, this is tomorrow. They're going to show off more of the game.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
I actually saw the main screen that you just had up on your computer, and it if you go back to where the blue eyes is, you can actually see that it looks like they're going to have some sort of challenge system like they do with other live
missions,
service games.
You're right. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised. Nonetheless, I'm still really excited for a lot of this. We'll just see how it plays out when it comes out. I'm hoping, if there is loot boxes and stuff, it's not like the most predatory thing ever. But I'm really excited. We got to stream some of this, and hopefully it's good when it comes out.
I would love
I haven't dueled. We've never dueled on stream, but this is it. This is our chance. I am so excited. If you can't tell, I'm just clicking at all these pictures, looking.
Like
at
I just want to play Yu-Gi-Oh
so cool.
right now.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest, I just want to fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
I do too. I do too.
I can't. Oh wait.
Synchro of Unity starting deck. So yeah. And like, I know in the profile video they showed the guy picked they have like a set list of cards, the Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon is his background and stuff. So in this video, that's what it is here, but it doesn't have to be that. So there's a lot of little customizable things that, this is competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. I hope it's good. We still don't have enough information, but it's coming out really soon. It was supposed to come out late last year. It did not. So, anyways, I think that's all I have on that. I think that's all I have on everything, unless there's anything you want to add to that.
I mean, it's kind of way past that. I have a couple things, actually. I did actually kind of come up with a generalized, number, I guess you could say, for, what the Nintendo Switch's library is. If I'm not completely wrong, it could be anywhere in, the 210 game range, and that's sold that much.
210?
210 games.
That's
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I feel like it has to be. There's no way it's that little. It has to be more than that.
I mean, it could be. So what I did was I went onto the Nintendo website and I looked at all the Switch games, and I just counted how many games were on the page, and then I just looked at how I counted up how many pages were, and I multiplied it. So you
might be right, actually. Okay, so I'm looking. This is completely off topic, but we can totally end with this. It's fine. Well, there was 88 games released in 2017. Doesn't say. I have the list of games 2018, but it doesn't give me a number. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe it is, or I find that a little hard to believe. I know,
right?
Of course, that doesn't include. It doesn't include the digital library, but which I guess to be fair, would probably have to include. But it very well could be. Dude, the Switch is an incredible console.
It's have without the digital library, to have only 210-ish, 200-ish games, and have sold that many fucking systems. That's actually fucking insane. That's unbelievable. Really fucking good for them. Hopefully they, continue to perform really well with it.
Yeah, Gunnar said there's a lot of indie games, but I could believe it for physical cartridges. That's kind of what I was thinking too, though. Yeah, but anyways, if there's anybody who has any comments, but I don't see any. Otherwise, I think that would be the end of our first Streamcast. I'm sorry that the light was dark. I didn't realize it looked that dark on camera. So I promise next time I won't look like I'm in the shadows, talking, ranting about NFTs and shit. Yes, NFTs suck. Gunnar said that. So.
Thanks, Gunnar. Thank you for your input.
And obviously, going forward to anybody can comment. I'm not saying don't leave comments during the Streamcast. I'm just saying as of right now, I think our plan is to kind of we'll have we will acknowledge the comments. We just will wait till the end. I'll probably reiterate that a couple times next time, but yeah.
You could also like incorporate it. Like you could make a layout where it's like, you have your face on one part, you have like the computer screen on another part, and then you could have like a little like notice box that says like, I see your comments, but we'll respond to them later or something.
Right. What for now, that's kind of the format we're looking at. We'll do this every 2 weeks. That was the first Streamcast. I hope you liked it, and it'll last longer than the Spicy Salsa podcast. I promise you that.
I remember that.
That was like 13 episodes. So yeah, I think we'll end it there. As long as nobody has anything they want to say, there's no comments that look like I have.
I just have kind of a brag. I told you this earlier, but I found out that I do actually have that fucking like first generation Charizard.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. I remember saying it one time, and I was like,
yeah,
no, maybe
I saw
I
your
don't.
picture. That's right.
But then my brother was looking through cards today, and I went up to him and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to look through some cards too. When he fucking found it, and I was like, holy shit, how much is this thing worth? And it's like $340.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't think I have that one. I have to look through my Pokemon cards. I do have the originals, but I haven't looked at them in years. So
I lost some of my originals because back when we were kids, a lot of parents thought that things like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon were the devil. So I was one of those unfortunate souls. I had at the time, most of my collection thrown away, so I had to rebuild. Yeah.
If only they knew how much money that would be worth.
Oh my god, those parents would be fucking kicking their asses right now.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we'll end it there though. I don't have anything else to say on anything. So thanks for joining the first Streamcast. Thanks for the sub, Gunner and Josh earlier, but Gunner just subbed 25 months. So out of the almost 4 years I've been streaming, you've been here for 2 of them, which is awesome. Well, and probably longer because who knows, there might be a month you didn't sub. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for joining the Streamcast. We'll have another one in 2 weeks. As of right now, I have 0 topics for it, so I can't tell you what's going to be on the next one.
That's why they're every 2 weeks.
So, yep. Because especially right now, news cycle's really slow for gaming, as you guys might know. So, I will be streaming not Saturday, not Sunday, probably not Monday night. But I will be doing 2 streams a week from now on. I will be doing 2 next week. I'm going to try, like I've said in the recent streams, really hard to make sure I do that all year, with the exception of 10 days, 10 days that I give myself off. And I will let people know that on Twitter when when I'm like, I don't feel like streaming this week a second time. There you go. So thanks for joining, you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.
Yep. See ya.